Hi, I'm Ailsa and I'm going to take you through a seated workout today. So I just want to make sure that you're ready for the class. If you need to pause this, then do and go and grab yourself a chair and then we can get started. But just make sure you have no arms if you can on the chair. And also I'm just going to show you side on that you're able to have your knees at 90 degrees to your hip and to the floor to your ankle, so that you're seated nice and tall and that you've got weight bearing through your feet. So you'll be bringing your bottom to the front of the chair and you're going to be sitting nice and tall like this. So we're going to get started and enjoy the workout. So today we're going to be doing a seated workout. So just make sure that when you've got your chair, just make sure you've got no arms to it so that you can sit nice and tall. And what I'm going to ask you to do is to make sure you sit your bottom forward on your chair so that you're not sitting with your back against the back, that you're nice and strong in the middle so that you're able to sit nice and tall. Okay. I will do a few spins around to just keep you on track of what we're going to be doing. So what I'd like you to do is, again, we're going to ground our feet into the floor, position your weight through the middle of your feet and try and make sure that your knees are 90 degrees to your body, and then there's a 90-degree angle down from your ankles through to your knees, so you're sitting nice and tall. When we're sitting down normally, we normally slump like this, quite happily. And so the idea of the whole of the workout is that we're going to pull up really nice and tall through our torso as if we're standing up. So you're going to position yourself, so make sure you have your arms nice and comfortably on your legs. Pull in through that tummy, pulling in your navel towards your spine. You're pulling up. Try not to flare your ribs, just keep those sort of like pulled in. And you're going to keep your shoulders up and back. Chin is parallel to the floor, and you've got this it's sort of like invisible rope going up to the ceiling. So this is the posture that we're going to maintain through. We're going to start off with those lovely deep breaths to get our breathing into our lower rib cage. So you can either place your hands on your ribs, but make sure you keep your shoulders are down. And we're going to take 3 lovely inhales through our nose and exhale through our mouths. So deep inhale and exhale. Really filling those lungs. So really fill again. Inhale and exhale. Excellent. We're going to do one more. Inhale and exhale. Excellent. Okay. Just remember, when you're breathing in and you're doing any of these exercises, if you can use your breath to do a movement, it just means that you're actually going to be holding in that core and pulling in. So what I would like you to do is I do want you to just pull that tummy in towards your back and try and squeeze it as tightly as you can backwards, and I want you to then release it, and then I want you to do that again. I want you to pull it in, not so tightly, but just so that it's comfortable and that you feel that it's engaged. And the other thing I want you to do is just to think about that pelvic floor. Now sometimes it's easier to squeeze your glutes and to pull up as if you're squeezing your bottoms, because the idea is to stop yourself from passing wind and from having a wee, and that feeling is actually pulling up through that pelvic floor. So if you can just squeeze everything together and your glutes at the same time, up and release. We're going to do 3 of these. Squeeze up and release. Lovely. Squeeze up and release. Excellent. So when you're squeezing up, try and just maintain a little bit of a glute engagement in your buttocks, just so that you know that you're sitting tall, because what happens naturally is you'll naturally want to go into your normal position of sitting. Okay, so I want you to constantly keep thinking about pulling up, and I will say that throughout. Okay, so we're going to start off with just mobilizing our cervical spine, which is our neck. So we're going to be taking our head and tilting it down to our ears like we did when we were doing our standing workout. So we're going to start with our right side. So you take a deep breath in and exhale and lower your head to the right. Inhale as you come up and exhale as you go down to the left. Keep those shoulders down. Inhale and exhale. Nice flow motion up to the center. Inhale, exhale down. We're going to do 2 more of these. Back to center, exhale down, inhale center and exhale down. Excellent. I want you to turn your face to the right. I want you to drop your chin to your chest, roll your chin all the way around so you're looking over your left shoulder, and come back to center. You're going to exhale as you go out, down, around, up to your right shoulder and back to center. Let's do 2 more. Out to your right, down, rotate through, up and back to center, and the other side, and down, through. Pulling up through our core at all times. Excellent. Let's take our arms down by our sides and let's roll our shoulders backwards. So deep breath in and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We're going to do 4 of these. Got 1 more to go. Lovely. I'm doing an extra one for luck. There we go. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to do what we do when we've been standing. We're going to put our hands on our chest in this prayer motion. Your chin is as if there's an invisible line between your chin and your hands. And what's easy when you're sitting down is we're going to keep our hips steady, coming forwards. And it's much easier when we're sitting down than when we're standing. So you're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, rotate to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Keep those shoulders down. Rotate to the right. Keep pulling up through that core. Excellent. And back to center and back to the left. Back to the center. We're mobilizing our thoracic spine. And back to center. Last one. And out to the side. Shoulders are down and back. We're going to take our arms forwards. We're going to do a bow and arrow. So if you remember, we're going to take our arm backwards and we're going to look over our shoulder when our arm goes back, and we're going to come forward. So with the hand that's at the front, I want you to pretend it's being pulled forward away from your body and you're pulling your elbow back, and so they're separating. So really stretch forwards as well as reach back and look over that shoulder. We're going to do that again. Exhale as you go back. Our shoulders are down, our tummies are in, and to the other side. Back. We've got 2 more. Back. Keep pulling those fingers away from the front. And back to center. Excellent. Take your arms down. Good stuff. Keep that stuff sitting nice and tall. What we're going to do is we're actually going to take our arms out, and you're going to point your thumbs to the ceiling, and we're going to do a range of exercises with our arms, and you will feel this because I know I do, but it's really good for our rotator cuffs, for our upper and lower arms, and just to get some mobilization into those shoulders. So we're going to take our arms from out here down to your sides and back up. So you're going to exhale as you come down, inhale as you come up. That's 1. We're going to come down, nice and controlled. 2, down, back up. 3. We're going to do 5 of these. That's 4, and then that's 5. Hold your arms out. We're going to go up this time, so take your arms up to the top, nice and tall. Pull up and back down to the center. Up to the top. Pull up through that core and down. Try and keep those shoulders pulled down, but pull up through that thoracic spine. So coming up, pulling up, and then down. Excellent, lovely posture. Back up again. And you'll be starting to feel it in your arms because you was probably not used to holding your arms out all the time. We've got 1 more to go. All the way up, pulling up. Excellent, and back down. What we're going to do is we're going to take our arms all the way down now, nice and slowly, all the way up. Really stretch those fingers out, pull them as far away from your body as you can, and back down again. Nice and controlled. Now the slower we do anything, actually the harder we work. So you will feel this because you're doing it in a really nice controlled way. Try and make sure you're using your breath, keeping that core pulled in, you're centering. You've got lovely balance. Your feet are nicely placed on the floor all the way up to the top. We've got 2 more. This is one more after this one. And back down. Lovely. And then our last one, lifting all the way up. Pull those fingers out of your body, all the way up to the ceiling. Excellent. And then back down. Bring your arms all the way down. Excellent. And just shake them out. Shake them out a little bit. Can you feel that? Okay, we're going to actually take our arms out again, but this time we're just going to do a rotation. So I want you to keep your arms so that they're actually in the peripheral line of your vision, and you're going to rotate. It's a small motion, one way, and then back to center, and the other way. Lovely, back to center, keeping your body nicely rotating. Your hips are still. Try and keep those arms to the outer edge of your eye line, and just see how far you can press around. Don't over press, just so that you're comfortable. We've got two more. Keep your arms nice and level with your shoulders if you can, but if that feels too hard, just bring your arms down a little bit, and then you can go around that way. Last one, excellent, and shake those arms out. Good. Now then, this is an interesting one. I want you to pop your hands underneath your legs. I want you to pop them onto the chair. So if you've got a cushion, I've got a cushion, you may want to pop them onto the base and hold on to the base. And I hope you can see that from there. I want you to lean forward slightly. I want you to pull up through your core. So I'm just going to show you. You're actually going to be holding on, you're going to be pulling up. So you're not coming forward like this, you're just pulling up, okay? You're going to bend those arms a little bit, and you're actually going to be pushing up. So I'm going to come around to the front, we're going to do this together. Hands on your laps, so take them around to the side, so your legs are hip width apart. You're going to be on the side, you're going to be pressing down. So you're going to lean forward slightly, and you're going to just lift, squeeze your glutes and lift and lower. You won't be able to lift very far, but lift and lower. We're going to try that again. So lift just with your arms and lower. Try not to use your legs. You're just literally using your arms just to lift your bottom off your surface and back down. We're going to do 4 more. Lift and lower. Now if you have got sore wrists, then do stop. I don't want anybody to hurt themselves. But this is a very good way for you to work your triceps. 1 more. Excellent. And down. So you should feel it a little bit in your wrist. So let's rotate those wrists. Nice and round one way, and we're going to rotate them the other way as well. But you also should have felt it in the backs of your arms then. So it's good to get some strength, and you're using your own body weight, which is good. We are going to possibly do some exercises with some weights in another workout, but it's good to use your own body weight if you can. Okay, so we're going to start doing our leg exercises. So what I want you to do is just keep your hands on your legs. Just remember, keep that tummy pulled in. You're pulling up through your torso. And we're going to be working those hip flexors, the hip flexors that don't get used very much. So remember, bring yourself forward on your chair so that you're sitting nice and tall and that you've got some mobility. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to be doing heel lifts. So lifting your lifting your heels onto your toes and back down. We're going to do 10 of those, and then we're going to do alternating. So off we go. So we're going to lift and lower. 2, lower. 3, lower. 4, lower. Tummy in. 5, lower, pulling up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to alternate. So go up with right, up with left. Up with right, up with left. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. So I want you to do the opposite way. We're going to do heel digs. So you're going to lift your toes this time. Try and really pull those toes back. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tummy in. 8, 9, 10. We're going to do alternating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to march now. It's going to feel a bit strange, but we're going to do it for about 30 seconds. So I want you to start marching your legs, and I want you to use your arms. Tummies are pulled in, you're pulling up through the top of your head, your shoulders are down, and you're going to lift your legs as high as you feel comfortable. Obviously, the higher you lift them, the more mobility you get into your hip flexors. And you're also building up a little bit of your cardio. So really move your arms as well. I'm doing mine with quite a strong arm. So I'm pushing through. And we're going to do this, as I said, for 30 seconds-ish. But I want you to just start feeling that you're lifting your body temperature. Keep going. Got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. You'll feel it in here. If you're pulling up properly, you'll feel it in your hip flexors, in your core. You shouldn't be feeling it in your spine because you should be pulling up nicely through your body. Keep moving those heels, keep moving those heels. What we're going to do is we're actually going to step forwards and backwards, okay? With our feet, 5, 6, off we go. So forwards and back. So forwards and back. You can point your toes forwards and pull them back. Excellent. Keeping your body nice and still if you can. It's all in those legs. Pulling them forwards and back. Forwards and back. Lovely. Nice and strong. We're going to add to this, we're going to add in some punching arms. So you're going to bring your arms up, elbows are in, and we're going to start punching forwards. So you're going to go punch and back, punch and back. We're coordinating our legs with our arms if we can. Excellent. Forwards and back, forwards and back. Excellent. We're nearly there. 8, 9, 10. Good stuff. I want you to keep your hands at your feet just on the floor a second and keep moving them. Just tiptoe and alternate up and down. We're going to do that punching but more fluidly now. So 5, 6, off we go. So forwards and back, 2 and back, 3, back, 4. Keep moving those legs if you can. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to scoop punch. So you're going to scoop, scoop. Keep your feet flat on the floor for this one. Scoop, scoop, scoop. So it's a really nice punching motion upwards. We're moving those arms, keeping that cardio going. We're going to change this as well across the body. 5, 6, off we go. So we're going to cross, cross, cross. Follow your face follows your hand that punches, so that you can feel that rotation in your spine. Nice strong arms, so shoulders are down. Excellent. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Just shake your arms and down at the bottom. Right, so we're going to do an exercise now that actually works your quads. And this one you will actually feel, because we're going to do one leg at a time. So we're going to do our right leg to start with. So you're going to have your hands on your hips. Position yourself, remember, keep that core pulled in, up through the top, shoulders are down. We're going to basically bring our leg out and bring it back in. So we're going to stretch it straight out in front of us and back. Now if that feels uncomfortable, just take your leg lower, okay? You don't have to, but if you can take it up so it's 90 degrees, so it takes that full range of movement, then do. We're going to do 8 on this leg and then 8 on this leg. 5, 6, off we go. So out and in, tiptoe, out and in. That's 2. That's 3. You'll feel it in this muscle here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to change over to this leg and 1, 2. You might find that one leg is easier than the other. You may have sort of slightly off kilter hips. That's completely normal. So actually just exercising them equally really helps. 7, 8. I think I did an extra 2 there, but just let's move our legs. Just move our legs. If you want to give them a little bit of a tap, that's great. Okay, we're going to do one last set of marching out for 30 seconds and off we go. So nice and strong with those arms. Tummies are in, shoulders are down, strong. That's great. Strong arms, strong legs. I can hear myself tapping away here. Looking good. And you can do this without your arms if you're finding it's just a bit too much, or you can make them as hard and as strong as you want them to be. Good stuff. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. And relax. We're going to do a little bit of core work, and then we're going to do some stretching. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to place your hands on your chest. And I'm going to just go sideways on because I'm going to show you what I need you to think about doing. So we're going to just lean our bodies forwards, but I want you to keep your head, your chin's going to tuck in a little bit, and you're going to be leaning forwards, not too far. Can you see I've only come forward a little bit, and then you're going to come back to centre. But what I want you to do is I want you to really pull that tummy button towards your spine. So we're going to be just rocking forwards and back. On the forward motion, you're going to be breathing out, and on the inward motion, backward motion, you're going to be breathing in. So we're going to take it nice and slowly. We're going to see if we can do 10 of these. So I want you to really think about that core, because that's what you're working, okay? If you feel anything in your lower back, just go slightly less distance. So here we go. 5, 6, off we go. So breathing out and in. It's a very small motion. Out and in. Again, that's 2. Out and in. Out and in. Pull up through that core. Out and in. Out and in. 4 more. 4. In. Remember to breathe. 3. And back. 2. Back. And last 1. And back. Now I can feel it, so I'm hoping that you can feel that too. Okay, give your tummy a little bit of a rub. This is where we're going to be working. So I want you to also keep your hands on your chest, but what I want you to do is we're going to actually rotate across and then come forwards on the next one and go back on that cross. I'm going to show you again, cross over, and you're going to be taking yourself forwards and back. So we're working these obliques on this one, on our side muscles here. Get our waist a little bit trimmer. So hold on to your shoulders again, and we're going to just do a nice centre to the rotation, down, up, centre, and then rotate, down, up, centre. Okay, 5, 6, off we go. So we're going to rotate, lean forwards, lean back, and back. Again, rotate, forwards, back, centre. So we're going to exhale on the coming back up and centre. Rotate, right forwards, back, centre. Again, round, down, back and centre. Round, down, back. We've got 2 more to go. So we've got, this is our last one on our right side. Back and centre, round to the left, down, up and centre. Well done, good stuff. Shake those arms out. Wonderful, so that's most of the workout that we're going to do today in terms of our whole body motion that we've been doing. So we're going to do a little bit of a stretch out, but first of all I want you to take some really nice deep breaths in. So I want you to take a deep breath in with arms up to the ceiling. So deep breath in and up and out, and just drop your chin to your chest, coming up with your arms, and inhale, up, and drop your chin and down to your knees. Inhale up and out and down. Ever so calming those are. Brilliant. We're going to take our arm up. We're going to do a tricep stretch. So once you take your arm up, we're going to press it back with this arm. We're going to hold just underneath your elbow and just stretch through this area here. Good stuff. We're going to change arms. We're going to do the other side. Lovely. We're going to take our arm across our body. We're going to hold onto our wrist, just above our wrist, and just pull. We're just stretching out our deltoid across here. Keep your core pulled in. Keep this sitting up nice and tall still. Excellent. And around to the other side. What's lovely about doing the seated exercises is sometimes when you can't be bothered or just feel like, oh, I don't know whether I want to stand up and do anything, you can do these sitting down. It's best to do it in a good chair like the we're sitting in now. But you know, it's always good to just think, so let's just rotate our wrists down by our sides and the other way. Always good to do that. And what we didn't do at the beginning, which I'm going to do now with you, is I'm just going to ask you to just lift one leg and I want you to just rotate your ankle whilst you're doing your wrists. Multitask. And rotate your foot the other way. Excellent. And we're going to put this leg down and lift the other leg. Rotate that. Good stuff. Core pulled in. Find that nice balance and posture. And rotate the other way. Good. So we're going to hug a tree. So we're going to put our arms around as if we're hugging a big tree. You're going to drop your head down. Take a deep breath in. And you're stretching right across the top of your shoulders here. Deep breath in and exhale. You're going to take your arms around to the back. I'm just showing you from here. And opening up your chest. Lovely. Really pushing back. And just drop your head just gently to either side. Again, you may find one side is easier than the other, but it's quite nice just to relax your neck into this. Excellent, good stuff. And we're going to just have 3 more deep breaths in, up to the ceiling. So up to the ceiling and then down. And exhale, drop that chin down. Up to the ceiling, lifting up, all the way up through that torso and down and out. Deep breath in, and you can give yourselves a big clap. Yay! Well done, you've done brilliantly. So I hope you enjoyed that one.